even as thick as in the pictures that you posted on your Instagram and in your profile. Like your hair
and you're not as cute. Yeah. And you're not as cute.
Okay.
And you clearly don't have as much money as you said you did, because here we are at Starbucks.
Okay. You know what? I'm sorry, we pulled up at Starbucks. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's more like it.
I'm gonna take you back home. I'm gonna take you back home where you can fix yourself some cup noodles or something.
Brianna, 26. My eyes are up here, baby. Are you looking at the tattoo?
No, I'm looking at the hair on your arms. You know, they don't have hair on their arms.
Don't do too much.
Hey, I'm just being honest.
Don't do too much.
You know, I don't like that. That's all I was looking at. You
take you out and you're gonna tell me you don't know how to respond. Kill yourself. I can't wait to move the F out of Miami. A lot of you fat women think you're really something, and then you treat good men like shit.
Please, let's bow our heads. Father God, it's me again. The men that you created to love us, the men that you created for us to be companions with, companionship, don't like us, Lord. Did you know that? Did you know that that was going to happen? I seen a podcast and this man said, my wife had 3, 4, 5 times she could have filed for divorce. She should have left me. I would have left me. But she didn't, because she had a fight in her.
Like, bitch, I will curse your dumb ass out in your face. Don't fucking play with me. You're a straight up loser, bro. I took you out, brought you to my place, all that, and you're gonna say you don't know how to respond.
So what makes you think I'm like ready to just like, you know, change up, take a shower, change up, and take your ass to Nikki? Come on, man. That's what I'm saying. It's gotta be fair, bro. It's gotta be a return of investment. If I fucking take you out, spend all this money on you, buy gifts, buy you fucking clothes, whatever.
He didn't buy me nothing, guys.
Expect a man to go all out on the first day. Is that right?
I mean, you're supposed to. Look at me.
Wrong with the Cheesecake Factory, right?
Yes, there's a lot wrong with the Cheesecake Factory.
Okay, well,
Look at me. I cannot go in the Cheesecake Factory.
there's nothing.
I will die. That's embarrassing.
Then maybe we're not ready in a relationship for such a nice fancy restaurant as Aria. Especially if I'm paying for the whole thing. Maybe we're not right for each other. Well, respectfully, I'm gonna just drop you off.
Oh, me and this girl, we went to Roof Chris. I told her, girl, I'm not paying for nothing. She said, I don't care. I said, what? Baby, come here. I'm about to eat your pussy with ice.
Okay, like, soft girl, I don't pay for shit. She says she don't care. Baby, come here. She want me to eat her pussy with ice.
She said she doesn't eat at Cheesecake Factory, so I took her to a 5-star restaurant, and she did this emoji exploding head.
Come on.
After literally messaging, harassing me, calling me from all different types of numbers for hours, he then decides to go through my social media and begin sending messages to my friends and people that follow me.
The amount of men that want to be treated like females nowadays is astonishing.
The dating pool is pop. Hey y'all, hey, it's your girl Twilight. And if those clips were not enough to make you see that there are stranger things in the dating arena, I don't know what will. And also, I want to say, excuse the popping noises if you hear them in the background. It is Independence Day. I live in a red state, and they love nothing more than to tote firearms and pop firecrackers. And honestly, they'll be popping firecrackers from now to mid-October. So, hey, it is what it is. But back to this dating pool thing. Okay, so all I'm hearing is men talking about women who need to bare their souls and be submissive and open them legs before they even know the man's full name, before he even knows her damn full name. Okay. I don't even think they get past hello. And the man is looking for praise, loved unconditionally by a woman he just met 2 minutes ago off of Tinder. Okay. Then I hear the women, they're sprinkling all wrong. They're sprinkling with young men who have not established themselves yet and who have not cultivated a lifestyle for themselves that mirror any kind of wealth or financial fervency, and putting expectations on them that just are unrealistic. Now, I went away for about 4 years, real talk, to get my healing life in order. And when I came back, I saw that the dating pool looked just like the scene out of Stranger Things, okay? It's got excrement in it. Women are screaming as they're being pulled into a toxic tunnel, okay, by some slithering, slimy arm. You got oodles and noodles in the pool. You got feces in the pool. You got a monkey paw in the pool. It's just, it's insanity. It's insanity, okay? But hey, that's my opinion. I'm gonna lay out all the facts in this video, and I'm gonna let you decide. And not just from an emotional standpoint. We're gonna look at this from an entire trajectory of the dating app industry. And you tell me, based on the information that I present, if you feel that the dating pool is popped or that it has some legs still left in it, and maybe we just all looking in the wrong places. Y'all, so let's get into this tea. Are women done with the horror of dating completely? Have women checked out in the dating arena and they're just over it? Okay, child, completely over it. Let's find out what the streets is saying, what studies are saying. Now, according to a study published in the Wall Street Journal, notably, men tend to have a more positive outlook on dating, 68% compared to 55% of women, reflecting different perspectives between the genders. Now, online dating is one of the most popular amongst individuals aged 18 to 58, while older generations prefer traditional means. A clinical counselor and sexologist by the name of Stacy Lidham highlights the pros and cons of dating apps. They have found that while a dating app can help you to connect better with people you probably wouldn't meet otherwise, it's almost got a video game feel to it, okay? It's almost got a gamification feel to it. The swiping, the paywall, the thinking the grass is greener on the other side. You can level up, fight a new boss, win a bigger prize.
And something about this music makes you feel good. And you know what? When you feel good, you realize you're with good people. And when you're with good people, understand where those people are. And it's a W stream. And I'm with my guy Kai. If you didn't know anything else, what I want you to know is that we friends though. Tyler, would you like to go on a date with me?
Are you asking for real?
Yeah.
Don't do that.
What you mean? Why not?
Don't do that.
I'm serious. Whenever you get some free time, would you like to go on a date with me?
You can't do that. On a whole live thing.
Why not? It's true or dead.
Let me friends
Oh, classic. But back to the content. Yeah, some women are gamers, but ultimately most women aren't. And notice that with the dating apps, again, the gamification. However, the women are the ones who have less of a positive attitude towards the dating apps, which I found very interesting. The current state of dating in America emphasizes self-prioritization. Many singles are focusing on their mental health and their personal growth. And I know you have heard the girlies all on TikTok and Facebook saying that they are cleansing, they are healing their womb, they're going to retreats, they're loving on themselves. And it would appear that this is becoming so commonplace that now the men are complaining about it. The Forbes Health One Poll survey reveals that 64% of people are dating, while 36% say that they are not, indicating a trend towards self-love and self-development over seeking romantic relationships. Well, I, for one, will say that I was definitely one of the forerunners of that trend, because I literally was kind of like in an oasis when I first started my journey with that, and that was some time ago.
A lot more mentally and emotionally draining. You may have constant, persistent issues. And if you were to just weigh it out, the negative seems to outweigh the positive. This is like a huge one, and it's whenever you have arguments that aren't getting resolved. You mention something's bothering you, you have a huge fight about it, and then eventually, because you don't want to like upset the person anymore, you just don't bring it up anymore and you literally just sweep it under the rug. Communication is huge. If the communication's off, the relationship is not gonna work. You may start to feel like you're walking on eggshells and you can't actually just communicate things in a calm way and let somebody know, hey, this is bothering me, or I don't like that, or maybe we could do this, anything like that, because it always ends up being an argument. They may say things like, well, we only fight because of you, and we only fight because you bring up problems, and you're the reason that we have these issues. You're crazy for thinking that, because that never happened. A lot of toxic guys, I noticed their favorite term, their favorite things to say, you'll never find another guy like me. I'm the best you'll ever have. Oh, and another one, no guy will ever treat you as good as I treat you.
Now, the dating landscape also shows a shift towards empowerment and autonomy in romantic choices. But it still beckons the question, are women done with dating? Well, I'll put it to you like this.
All I ask is that you shower every day, because I like to eat coochie.
I am scared. I am scared.
What you mean you're not having kids?
I'm not having kids.
That's what you was born here to do.
No, I'm not.
Why would you not want to have kids?
Why would I?
I'm asking you.
I want to have kids. I don't see any benefit.
For giving somebody life?
You have a kid and your life becomes about the kid. I want my life to be about me.
Oh, you selfish.
That's okay.
Run away from men that think that a woman's only purpose in life is to be a mother. Those are the kind of men that think that women are just here to serve them. Her whole life should be about service to somebody else. She's taking care of her husband, she's taking care of her kids, she's taking care of the house, but nobody ever thinks about who's taking care of her.
Ask this. How are your kids are going to be an asset to me if I was dating you?
I would never date a man that ever asked me no craziness like that.
If you never met a man that would essay a child, you just did. An asset is a resource with economical value that a person or an organization has control and power over. So he's asking her, how would I have control and power over your child, over your kids? Do you understand how mentally predatory you have to be to ask this question? Not just to her, but publicly on a podcast?
Because if women actually did the personal development that men should be doing, it would be too difficult for men to reach that woman. So men typically want to keep a woman at a level that they can reach her at. So they don't want women to do personal development. They're not going to say, hey ladies, go read Think and Grow Rich. Go read How to Win Friends and Influence People. Become a better version of yourself. Men are already struggling with women being blind.
So we talk about a lot of things on TikTok, but can we talk about how there are a lot of women creators on this app whose husbands are on the down low?
What's so funny about this fake 4B outrage from the men is that anytime a woman expresses her terrible experiences with a man, then it's always, you should have picked better. So now we're not picking at all, and you motherfuckers got a problem with it. Then don't let us talk about our deadbeat ass baby daddies. Then it's, you should have kept your fucking legs closed. So now we choosing not to fuck y'all at all. Y'all still got a problem with that. Then it's always, y'all bitches asking for too much. Y'all some gold diggers. Y'all want us for our money. Now we not asking y'all for a fucking thing. Absolutely nothing. Just leave us the fuck alone. And y'all got a problem with that.
Oh, me and this girl, we went to Roof Chris. I told her, girl, I'm not paying for nothing. She said, I don't care. I said, what? Baby, come here. I'm about to eat your pussy with ice.
Okay, like, soft girl, I don't pay for shit. She said she don't care. Baby, come here. She want me to eat her pussy with ice.
Yeah, so unfortunately, boo things are getting mad weird out here. And incel rage is a thing. It is a dangerous thing. Okay, it's nothing to scoff at. Yeah, I know it's all fun and games, kind of watching these weird, creepy dudes maneuver the world. But a lot of them are sincerely and genuinely dangerous. Check out this clip where this lady got totally spazzed out on by a passport bro just because she wasn't expressing some level of gratitude and groveling because he took her out on an expensive date.
Go with your homegirls. I don't give a F. You ain't about to scam me again talking about you don't know how to respond. And then you say it's not a big deal. If it's not a big deal, then why you acting passive aggressive like every single black American bitch? You acting like I asked for your hand in marriage. This is what got me. I effed almost 20 Bs in Colombia. You think I'm pressed over you? I was trying to be nice to you, B, but you just effing ruined it like every other black American bitch. Trash. As if I'm supposed to prove something to you like I have something to prove. Bitch, I was the only one who acknowledged you on your birthday and I took your punk ass out, ungrateful bitch.
So while Buddy was in Colombia, clapping Colombian women's cheeks to smithereens, he is upset because this common black girl was not hoovering over him and blowing him up. And then when he expressed some sort of disingenuous emotion, she didn't return it with the same emotion. And all of a sudden, the floodgates of hell open. You will definitely want to go to her TikTok to see the full story because it gets even worse than the clip that I showed. And there is a great emergence of cyberbullying that I would definitely say I credit to Kevin Samuels and Kevin Samuelites, where there is this intense amount of cyberbullying that happens with black women. And of course, women of other races are indeed cyberbullied by these creepy incels and weirdo cyberbullies. But black women are by far the ones most bullied, according to a study done by Pew Research, which they are citing that is directly correlated to ongoing stereotypes. So when it comes to women pulling back from the dating pool, it's for their safety.
So what makes daters successful?
There are, I think, some general principles that I've learned and we've learned through Hinge Labs. And, you know, again, you had Logan here relatively recently. And if people are interested, they should definitely go listen to her podcast because it's like a masterclass in how to become successful in dating.
Yeah.
But I would say, like, the more that you are willing to be honest and vulnerable and real, like, the quicker you can find those connections and the higher quality connections that you're going to get. I think that's the kind of upshot in the way that we really try to design Hinge.
Genuine, huh? Okay. The guy didn't mention being submissive not once. He must be crazy. So let's talk about this Bumble Fumble and the unhingedness of Hinged. So Bumble, in her recent ad campaign, as many of you know, featuring slogans like, you know full well a vow of celibacy isn't the answer, has sparked a significant backlash. Not Bumble telling grown women to bust it wide open. Like, really? Oh, but the internet gathered them, honey. Yeah, they got dragged, and I do mean dragged, okay? We were not playing with them. Women were not playing with them. Because remember, in the last chapter, I pointed out how a lot of the movements like 4B and divesting is merely for safety. I also showcases examples of predatory behavior and behavior that are defense mechanisms. These men are largely on the defense, worried about being digged on for gold, and sometimes for gold that they don't have. But stick a pin in that. We're going to talk about that later. So women on social media criticize the ads for shaming celibacy and undermining women's choices. Now, Bumble laid off 350 employees, honey. So something is happening. The money is funny, okay? And they got declining subscribers.
So Bumble is back with a full-throated apology, and I want to know how you guys feel about it. To our beloved Bumble community, we made a mistake. Our ads referencing celibacy were an attempt to lean into a community frustrated by modern dating and instead bringing joy and humor. We unintentionally did the opposite. Some of the perspectives we heard were from those who shared that celibacy is the only answer when reproductive rights are continuously restricted, from others from whom celibacy is a choice, one that we respect, and from the asexual community for whom celibacy can have a particular meaning and importance which should not be diminished. We are also aware that for many, celibacy may be brought on by harm or trauma.
After Bumble issued their apology, the company admitted its attempt to connect with those frustrated by modern dating missed the mark. It's so interesting. They keep throwing this word modern out here as if modern isn't what things should be. You should be modern because we live in the now and not in the past, but whatever. So especially for those who choose celibacy due to reproductive rights issues or personal preferences. So Bumble's misstep highlights a broader issue with today's romantic and sexual landscape. So they were trying to do this whole empowerment for sex positivity, but even if they were trying to pull energy from the heyday of the slut walk, they missed the mark on what it really meant. It was the right of choice. It was the right of being empowered to choice and not doing it to get a man, to keep a man, and to facilitate a relationship. So it was really interesting to me how Bumble was obsessed with getting women to open their legs. For their app's numbers. That was really interesting to me. It really was giving creep to me. Like Bumble was being real creepy, and I don't really know if I could trust an app that's like preying on the fact that I'm loose but below my waist. Okay, that's a bit of a problem for me. Okay, so people are starting to become aware. Young people, and they understand the incentivized structure of these dating apps.
What are the best apps for online dating?
The big three: Tinder, Bumble, Hinge. Tinder is like a dive bar. Every girl will be in there. Occasionally an 8+ might be in there, but you're definitely not going to see a 9, 10. Like, it's not happening.
Okay.
Up next is Bumble. Bumble is kind of like a mid-tier. It's not like a dive bar. It's a club with the dance floor, and you might have to pay a small cover. So up next is going to be Hinge. Hinge is a unique dating app because it's almost ruined the stigma of being on a dating app.
How so?
The brand image, the way that they did their marketing, girls who wouldn't have used dating apps otherwise are now on Hinge. For that reason, I say Hinge is higher tier nightclubs that have a higher cover fee. If you have access to it, it's going to be more attractive women in there who you can choose from.
Meanwhile, women have to deal with men with profiles such as this. I was a military spy, soldier spy, and now I'm rebuilding my life. I'm an ex-billionaire because he decided to break up with billions of dollars. An open source expert. I work in the public political sphere, but focus on information technology. It's given Legion right here. Live with parents and starting over. Ex-billionaire that lived with parents and starting over. Yeah. Around Valentine's Day this year, ironically, Hinge was hit with a class action lawsuit, and it was brought about by 6 different plaintiffs in states including New York, California, and Florida. And the argument there was that the dating app's parent company, Match Group, gamifies the services to transform users into gamblers locked into a search for psychological rewards that Match makes elusive on purpose. So, you know how they've done those studies on how you get a dopamine boost every time you get a like or a comment on your social media. This is creating some of the same chemical imbalances with Hinge and the dating app. Now, Hinge boasts about being the dating app that's designed to be deleted. The lawsuit claims that match group dating apps are really designed to turn users into addicts. Addicts, honey, who do not find true love and instead keep purchasing subscriptions and other paid perks to keep the publicly traded company revenue flowing. So it shouldn't be such a shock that earlier this year we saw a round of interviews from the CEO of Hinge attempting to kind of do a little bit of damage control. Okay. Now, I will say after all of that, looking at the dating pool, the ins and outs, the complaints of the different gender, would you say that the dating pool is pop? Or would you still concur we're not looking in the right places? Let me know what you think in the comments. Also, I know that a lot of men have this sometimes, mostly, irrational fear of being used by a woman for financial gain, but I would like to offer this video and then I'll land my plane.
See, here's the thing that a lot of men don't understand. When they're begging you to settle your standards, they're too high, you too high maintenance. They don't understand that you did that before and it proved to hurt you. You settled your standards for a man you knew couldn't lead you, and he led you to single motherhood, to heartbreak. So from this point, you're not settling on communication, because you know a relationship takes communication to work. You're not settling on a man that's emotionally intelligent, because you've been dealing with these emotionally dumb dudes for too long. So when y'all be so confused as to why these women ain't settling, it's because they tried before. And then when they suffer the consequences of settling, y'all chastise them. When they become single mothers because they settled, well, why you pick them then? Well, you should have known better. They damn if they do, damn if they don't. If they settle their standards and then bad things happen, y'all gonna say they should have picked better. When they trying to pick better, y'all gonna say that y'all should pick worse. What the f y'all want these women to do? Do you want them to have standards or do you not?